Next up, we have Epic Wublin Island Full Song Update 1 by GHOSTYMPA from the My Singing Monsters. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever terminal you use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, thank you for 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. We just passed that recently, so thank you so much. If we somehow hit 10,000 before Christmas, I will play a video game of the choice of the community live on stream. Members get early access, GHOSTYMPA or anybody else. Let's collaborate. If you want any of my musical skills, guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, just reach out. I have a whole spiel for this and a bunch of other stuff at the end of the video. Phoenix, thank you for the 5,000 pesos. Appreciate it. Yes, we have a full spiel about that at the end of the video. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see. Epic Wublin Island. Let's go. Okay, so we start with drums, of course, giving us an initial beat, and we have a synth giving us our first riff. So a riff in music is when you have a motif being your smallest version of your musical idea, the essence from which everything else comes from. You put an ostinato through that. Ostinato means that you're repeating it over and over and over again, and then you play it on a guitar or a bass or a keyboard, you know, the contemporary nowadays band kind of thing. And the cool thing about riffs is that they're very accessible because you can have them both as the spotlight and as accompaniment. Accompaniment means that it's the back, it's whatever does not have the spotlight, whatever does not have the main focus. So a riff is something that you can have back and forth between them, while a motif is going to be a lot more temperamental, a lot more jealous about it. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Wake up the Wobblins, wake up the wake up, gotta wake up the every Wobblins, yeah. Okay, so we bring in some vocals, giving us some vocal lines. This could be a song. It could still be the, part of an instrumental. So the difference between a song and a piece, track, or instrumental is that a song will have vocals, it will have lyrics, and the vocals and lyrics will be the main driving force of the music. Whereas pieces, tracks, or instrumental music will be more based on the melodies, the rhythms, your harmony, that kind of stuff that is not necessarily vocals. So in this case, we've had about an equal weight of both vocals and instrumental, so it could go either way. Let me go back a couple of seconds because I did hear a what sounded to be like some cowbells, so let's see. So now, oh my god, this is awesome. So now we have a bass line doing its thing, changing the chords, and we bring these percussions, which sound like cowbells, giving us a rhythmic motif and a rhythmic riff, whatever you want to call it. In this case is just this particular rhythm that we are getting. We're changing things around. The motif is still similar enough in rhythm to what we had at the start, so it still adds up. The drums are the same, the synths are the same. Let's see where it goes. This is really fun. We add another drum, more percussion. Nice. We bring a melody on the synth, giving us a motif. Okay, so we bring a melody on the synth, and of course, this is an actual motif, the smallest version of a musical idea, the essence from which everything else comes from. And in this case, we have the motif playing, and we immediately sequence it. Salonir, welcome today. How you doing? So, black paint. Yes, we finally, after 530 plus LFAs, I finally figured out how to do paint black. So, we engaged in sequencing. Why MSM? Because GHOSTYMPA is here, and he got the creator's privilege, and because I do what I want. So, sequencing is when you take a musical idea, some melodic shape usually, and you repeat it from a different starting point. There's two main types. There is diatonic, and then there's chromatic. Diatonic means that it is within the scale that you are playing. Chromatic means that it's keeping the exact same shape. So, let's take, for example, let's say we're in the key of C major. We have that going on, and Running Kitten, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mosh Pit. Welcome today. How you doing? Let's say we have that, and we have this very, very simple motif, right? If we sequence it, that means we're going to repeat the musical idea from a different starting point. If we do it diatonically, it means we're going to follow the shape, the same melodic shape, just from a different starting point. So we were to do this from here, and then from here. They are not the exact same space covered, but they are diatonically still within this scale that we had. If we were to do this chromatically, which means we are doing the exact same shape in a different starting point, we would have something like this. That kind of thing, whereas diatonically... And of course, you can sequence more than just doing what this right now is called stepwise motion, upward stepwise motion, right? You can do downwards as well. You can also do leaps, so that kind of thing. You can really sequence things all over the place. It's really, really fun. It's a really, really good way of developing your material. Let me go back a second or two, and let's see where this goes. Okay, so we bring another synth that is very loud in the mix. It's really, really loud, almost overpowering everything else. It almost feels like it's in a completely different plane. Interesting. So we have this now doing, taking over the motif that was being played, the melody that was being played over here, and I'm trying to figure out what this is, because it is a synth of some sort. Let's hear a bit more of it. Is it like some sort of flute? What was that, GHOSTYMPA? Well, he's in chat, by the way. He's in chat right now. What was that instrument just now that carried the melody? Because now we switched over to an organ, to a pipe organ, and it's doing, I think, an inversion. A pan flute. Okay, so it was a pan flute in addition to a synth. Okay, so pan flute. That makes so much sense. So a pan flute being this lovely instrument over here that, yeah, it's a very lovely one. Fairly simple to use, difficult to master kind of thing, and it's a flute. It's a flute. So there you go. So that just was really loud in the mix. But what can you do? Sometimes the pan flute is not designed to be that loud. So I understand why you would turn up the volume. So yeah, now we have that, and now we have an organ. Let me go back a second or two. Let me hear a bit. So the organ is doing a variation of the melody. No, the organ is mainly doing a variation on the rhythm. So yes, as you can see, this an organ and a harpsichord. Let me hear. Oh yeah, yep. The harpsichord is a little bit farther behind. It is doing a mix, and I like the combination of the organ and the harpsichord, because the organ, as we mentioned in a previous video as well, the organ is such a massive instrument that requires so much work that whenever you think about an organ, you're thinking about something overwhelming, right? Like, oh my god, there's just so much work, so much higher than any single individual. And then you have the harpsichord, which is one of the predecessors of the piano. Very lovely, very, very lovely, very beautiful during the classical period. The difference is that harpsichords, clavicembolos, claviers, these kinds of keyboard instruments before the piano were binary systems, which means you press down the key, sound goes on at the same volume, you let go, sound goes off. Whereas the piano, you can actually have dynamics. The full name of the piano, of course, is the pianoforte, which means quiet, loud. So the piano you can really go many, many different directions, whereas a harpsichord, let me see, I have a harpsichord over here, whereas a harpsichord, of course, It doesn't matter how hard I push the key, it is going to have that. Of course, the harpsichord has this incredible classy sound that nothing else really has, right? That kind of thing. I almost started going. So yeah, let me go back to the piano. Let me bring back the piano. There we go. So yeah, we're having this going on. We have both of them at the same time, which again, keyboard instruments usually symbolize the individual, so having both contrasting, it's just fun. Let me go back a little bit, because now we had a change. Let's see. So now we bring the rhythmic motif in a synth that is doing kind of like a choral sample, like chorus sample of singing plus the synth plus a bunch of effects. We have a change in the drums. We slow down the drums, and the bass is still doing the same thing, just not as held as before. So let's see. Is our castle from Delta Rule immediately after you played it? Hell yeah. No, what I started playing was the Invention in D minor by J.S. Bach. Yeah. Inventions are mainly... Inventions and fugues are J.S. Bach's main study of counterpoint. If you ever want to study counterpoint being the study of melodies, how they interact with one another, how they develop, the kind of thing, usually in the context of two or more at the same time. Inventions and fugues. So fugues being the other one. Inventions and fugues by J.S. Bach are an incredible study of them. They're very complex, and they are very difficult to make, but they're really cool. Let's see where this goes. I like how the sound is kind of sidechained when it's being pressed, and not so much just to touch the keyboard. Yes, because the keyboard is right under my monitor. The actual keyboard... The musical keyboard is right under my monitor, which is raised on top of that. I have my personal keyboard right in front of me, and then I have the music keyboard up here right under the screen. So far away, yeah, because I'm not a piano player. So we are having the chorus, the synth now being doubled by what seems to be a string, like violins sample. Doubling is when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time. Charlie, welcome back. Yeah, this is Wublin Epic, Wublin Island by GHOSTYMPA. Let's see where it goes. Oh, and we bring another bass there, giving us a little bit of extra... We're slowly introducing more in between. I really like that last chord. It reminds me of Warhammer for some reason. Anyway, I heard a change over here, so let's see where this goes. For the effort just to show the notes. Yes, I want to do low effort content and high effort at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. There are those who have a sliding drawer with the keyboard. I don't want that. I'm happy, I don't want that. I'm happy with this. Because I'm not a piano player. I'm a guitarist. I use the piano mainly for this and to, like, visualize things for y'all. I don't play the piano much. So, this is meant to resemble the interesting instrument called a Whamola. Let's see what a Whamola is. Oh. The Whamola, yep, this being one of those contemporary instruments, very funny ones, where you have the string and you just adjust the tension of the string. It seems like a pretty difficult instrument to master, but that's cool. That's cool. Let's see where playing the piano just daily for the LFA just daily. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's see where this goes. We bring back the vocal samples. We change the drums around. We have like more glasses sounds. Nice. Oh, I really like it. So we're having stingers now in what is called the drop, the downbeat. We have some instruments playing the chord, and we're letting mostly the percussion do its thing. Right now, we're having the rhythmic motif being played on which seems like some sort of like glass percussion, while we're having the vocal sample going over here. So the downbeat, or I think it's separate, downbeat is the start of a measure. When you have music, you have three components: melody, harmony, rhythm. Melody is your individual horizontal lines, motifs, phrases, melodies, that kind of thing. Harmony is your use of chords. It's way more extrapolated. You know what notes you're using, what scales you get out of the notes, what chords you get out of the scales, what relationships you can get between them, the sets of chords, the sets of scales, and you can just keep extrapolating, right? And rhythm is your use of time. Time being how fast, how slow things happen, when they happen, all these kind of things. What word is more common? Yeah, I figured. I realized. So yeah, downbeat, either way, potato, tomato, right? So rhythm is this, and then rhythm is then subdivided into bars or measures. These are the same exact concept, which is then determined by a time signature. A time signature is going to be two numbers, which is going to be what your metronome is going to have. The metronome is the click that keeps your bars together. So we can have upper number, lower number. Upper number is the number of notes that you're using. Lower number is the type that you're using. So, for example, in English, it's pretty easy to remember. Whole notes represented by number 1, half notes represented by number 2, quarter notes represented by number 4, eighth notes by number 8, 16th notes by number 16, so on and so forth. Now, a whole note contains two half notes, a half note contains two quarter notes, a quarter note contains two eighth notes, so on and so forth. Now, a 4/4 measure, therefore, will have 4 quarter notes in your metronome. And before the invention of the metronome, this would have to be done in what is called conducting. You would have hand gestures to keep track, because your measure, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The part of the video is just credits and stuff. You can skip that. This part is the end. Okay, good to know. So let me finish the whatever, quiver, crochet. Yeah, they have different names. There are a bunch of different names, and just American standard is just easier because, you know, it's based on the numbers that they're in. So the way that you do this with the hand gesture is, before the metronomes, you would just have the hand gesture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way it works is that the downbeat is always going to be the first beat of your measure. So if I were to visualize how you count 4/4 in the hand gesture, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, where you have 1 over here, 2 over here, 3 over here, and 4 over here, which means the last note, the last beat, is also going to be the opposite of the downbeat, which is the upbeat. And then, no matter what kind of bar, what kind of measures you're trying to do, 1 will always be going downwards. Therefore, it is the downbeat, and the last beat is always going to go upward to prepare for that downbeat, which is the upbeat. So yes, this works for every single type of measure that you can come up with. Of course, after eighth notes, it gets a bit more complicated, but that's not what we're talking about. Let's see where this goes. All right. Oh yeah. And there. So yeah. Let me. So there we had at the very, very last phrase. So apparently the rest of this is going to be credits. We had the vocal sample being accentuated by the bass. So accents in music. Accents is for accentuation, which is when you use another line or another instrument to highlight specific points in a melody or otherwise, right? So let's take, for example, over here, let's say I have this melody. And I decide I want to accentuate the second note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another instrument. And that's it. I just decided to add that extra octave down here to highlight or accentuate that note. And right now, of course, we had that last rhythm going down, and it ends the song. And yeah, after this, it's going to be the different credits of the different people that collaborated for this. And there you have it. There you have it. That was fun. That was fun. I would have loved to hear more of this. I guess this is going to be in future updates. There you go. That was Epic Wublin Island Full Song Update 1 by GHOSTYMPA from My Singing Monsters. Once again, everybody, thank you, Mr. James, for analyzing this. This is only Update 1. There's more to come. hell yeah, brother. And if you want anything I can be of service with, if you want guitars, if you want throat singing, if you want voice acting, whatever it is, just let me know, and I'll do it pro bono for you. I'm doing it pro bono anyway, so yeah, if you want, just let me know. I'll make it happen. Anyway, so yes, there you go. That was Epic, Wublin Island's full song, GHOSTYMPA, My Singing Monsters. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, which, by the way, again, thank you for 7,000 on YouTube. I really appreciate it. If we somehow hit 10,000 before Christmas, not very likely, but still possible. If it happens, I will play on top of doing the what's it called, the audiobook of the fan fiction, I will play a single video game of the choice of the community live on stream. We'll do a few streams of that kind of thing. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. We're also going to do giveaways most likely, so there you go. Honest means only, so no account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, share this video around with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that uses it. Go coordinate with them, link down below. That kind of things. Artists, GHOSTYMPA or anybody else out there, I want to collaborate. If you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, my Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, or anything else, just reach out, let me know, we'll make it happen, we'll make it work. And if you're in the audience and you know any artists that could benefit from it, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone, please do not spam anyone, be cool about things, don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go ahead and check the pinned comment on this video. If you are on the live stream, you can go ahead and start requesting. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you are not in Europe, don't worry about it. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So if you are living in Novosibirsk and you're like, yeah, what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. We have the full streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch, and it's going to show in your local time. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Bastard. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them live on stream as an after show, and then the recordings go there. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Bastard. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And, yeah. There you go. Epic Wublin Island full song. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That was really fun. Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.